Hello everybody, welcome to the MaffmanJones movie channel. I'm your host John Maffio, and today's featured film is Wind River. It is the third installment of the Taylor Sheridan trilogy, which includes Sicario, Hell or High Water, and now this film. All are very tragic, emotional, heavy films with little to no levity. The former two are really good movies. I love Sicario, and Hell or High Water was one of my favorites of that year too, even though I like Sicario more. Wind River is about Jeremy Renner, who is a wildlife service tracker in Wyoming, and he discovers something. Once this transpires, Elizabeth Olsen's character, Scarlet Witch, she's an FBI agent in this movie, and she's thrown out of her comfort zone into this environment to try to figure out this mystery with Jeremy Renner, and things happen. Taylor Sheridan wrote and directed this film. He wrote the prior two films, Sicario and Hell or High Water, and now he's making his directorial debut with this movie. And there's the same feel in a really good way, and I really like this movie. It's also, as I mentioned just before, very heavy, very emotional. No levity. I mean, there's moments that are fun, very small moments, but for the most part, it's a very serious, tragic story that takes itself very seriously from beginning to end. And it's like you get to take a deep breath once you start the movie because it doesn't let go until the movie's over, pretty much. And then once the movie's over, you're just left sitting there thinking about life and how certain things in this world are left unresolved. It just leaves you in a state where you feel like your body's in an abyss just falling endlessly. So having said that, I want to bring some levity to this review real quick. So peep this really cute pizza hat I bought at American Eagle. Isn't pizza just the greatest? The cheese, the sauce, the crust. Dead teenagers, what? Like Brigsby Bear earlier this year, I went to this film blind, and I'm starting to realize I should be going into movies blind more often, because I really enjoyed my experience unraveling this mystery with Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen, Hawkeye, and Scarlet Witch. You get the impression that Jeremy Renner has been through a lot in his life, in particular things going on with his family. He's a hardened man who is really good at his job, and this Wyoming territory is his comfort zone. There's one aspect of his character that defines him, really, and what he's going through in the story and how he can connect with it and find answers for his own problems when this mystery arises. If I had to have a flaw with the character, is that he seems untouchable physically, but my flaw kind of gets dismantled after that, because even though he is seemingly untouchable physically, he has a lot of torturous aspects going on mentally within his soul, and it gives him vulnerability. But yeah, Jeremy Renner kicked ass in this role. He had a lot of subtlety. He really felt like a man that you would not want to screw with, and he has a lot of great cinematic moments that will really help define his career in the long run. He does things here that I've never seen him do before in his career. Sometimes you forget that certain actors could really bring powerful performances, profound performances, and Jeremy Renner's performance in this movie is quite profound. Elizabeth Olsen's character, as I mentioned before, she's out of her comfort zone. Seeing her character go through trials and tribulations is really stressful, but in a very entertaining way. Wind River is also a slow burn. It's a mystery murder thriller, and we are going through this movie with Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen and seeing how their characters unravel this mystery. From the get-go, you have questions to whatever's going on in this movie, the story. But I like the way that Taylor Sheridan feeds answers to us through our characters, through exposition. The exposition never really feels forced. The exposition feels genuine because it seems like in the moment these characters want to explode information out of their mouths because they're feeling some type of way. And there's one editing trick in particular that leads into a scene that at first I was like, wait, what? But once I realized what Taylor Sheridan was doing with the story and characters, it clicked in my head, and it made me love this movie even more. And speaking, there's also, for some reason, in the back of my head watching this movie, I know Taylor Sheridan has had a certain actor in a prior movie. He was in Sicario for like 2 scenes. He's one of my favorite actors working today, and I'm like, I don't know why, but like it would be cool if he showed up in this movie. And then once he showed up, I was like, did they read my mind? Did they want this to happen? Was this done on purpose? But yeah, overall, Wind River was an unexpectedly great movie. I fell in love with these characters. The dynamic between Elizabeth Olsen and Jeremy Renner was one of the best I've seen all year. The environment of Wyoming in this movie is terrifying, and it's also part of the story in a way that is very fascinating to me, and it's hard to explain, but once you watch the movie, you'll know what I mean. It feels like you were learning a lot about this environment while watching the movie because the characters are revealing things to you, and you're also wondering what's happening with this mystery, and the way this mystery is unraveled is very satisfying, and it also throws you for a loop with tension being released and thrown in your face like a punch in your nose. Solid performances, by the way. Shout out to Gil Birmingham, who is basically John Roca, for having another good performance in this movie, following from Hell or High Water. Really solid cinematography, a really haunting yet beautiful score that really sticks with you, and a story that sticks with you after the movie's over. It's suspenseful, it's thrilling, it's entertaining, and it'll kick your ass. I'm gonna give Wind River a 4.5 out of 5 stars. It's a mafiosously darn good movie. If you get the chance to watch it, I say check it out as soon as possible. Even after giving my rating, I still can't get it off my head. I have to say it one more time. I loved Jeremy Renner in this movie. I loved his character, and he might be one of my favorite characters of the entire year. Such a really incredible character, just because Jeremy Renner brings so much to him, and there's so much gravitas that I wasn't expecting from that role. But now it's time for you guys to throw your hats in the ring. What did you think of Wind River? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this review, please like the video, subscribe, so you won't miss a video from me ever again, and check out the rest of my videos and social medias and everything else down below. And also, I want to give a quick shout out to Stardust once again, the coolest movie app on the iOS and Android right now. You basically make 30-second reviews of movies. They're really, really fun. A lot of your favorite movie reviewers and people out there who like to talk about movies are on it. And if you haven't downloaded it, go download it on your Android or iOS. Follow me first, and then throw your input of Wind River, or any movie that you've seen recently, or this weekend, or yesterday, or tomorrow, or any day you want. Just make a video, send it to me, let me know you did it, and I might feature your video on the next review. And that's it. I'm John Maffio, aka MaffmanJones, and I'll see you guys next time.